Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything from video games to comic books and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. This is Season 4, Episode 9, and today I'm going to be ranking the Fallout games, and bear in mind, this is just my personal opinion, so feel free to disagree with me. And leave your comments telling me what your favorite Fallout game is, and please subscribe if you're new to this show and want to check out more episodes like this, and share it with your friends if they're interested in this sort of content. I post this on Spotify.com as well as YouTube.com, so in the YouTube version I'll leave links in the description to my main YouTube channel as well as my Patreon page and merch store. So if you'd like to support the show financially, I'd greatly appreciate that, and I'll also leave links to my social media profile so you can send me a message and stay updated. Anyway, let's get into this. So, my favorite Fallout game is Fallout 1, released in 1997, and this was not the first Fallout game that I played. That would be the third game. However, I went back a few years ago to play Fallout 1 and 2 after hearing nothing but praises for them, and also I just wanted to know where the series began. So I bought Fallout 1 and 2 for my computer, and I loved them. And Fallout 1 specifically has a very special place in my heart because it really got me into classic RPGs. Now, I have played Dungeons and Dragons. I'm actively in a campaign with my older brother, my dad, and some of my stepmother's family. We have a D&D campaign that we play whenever they visit, but I wasn't really into classic video game RPGs. Now, I had played The Elder Scrolls and I had played Fallout, but the more modern ones. And once I played Fallout 1 and 2, I was like, oh, I've been missing a lot. And I completely understand why these are so beloved. And Fallout 1 has a great story and so many incredible choices that you can make, and even though it was released in 1997, it is graphically still beautiful. And I haven't had any issues running it on my computer. My computer was built in 2021. So it's, pretty powerful. And it can run older games and modern games as well. So I have no issues with it. So overall, I just think that it's a very well-made game. And then at number 2, we have Fallout 2. Again, the same things that I have to say about Fallout 1, I have to say about Fallout 2. It's just that I think that the story is slightly better in the original game. But that's not to say that the story in the sequel isn't great. But then at number 3, and Fallout 2 was released the same year that my older brother was born. And I believe actually the same month, September 1998. I was born in November 1999, so this is older than me, but not by much. Then for number 3, we have 2010's Fallout New Vegas. Now, a lot of the people who had worked on the second game worked on this, and this was after Bethesda Game Studios had purchased the license after Interplay, the original developer, went bankrupt in the early 2000s. And because of their downward spiral, they had rushed the development of Fallout 2, which is why Tim Cain, the creator of the series, had left during its development, because he had 4 years to develop Fallout. Then they're like, nah, you only get 9 months to make the sequel. And he was like, the fuck? And thank God they actually pulled off a miracle and got the game out and intact. But, 9 months to create one game like that, it is insane. And Fallout New Vegas only had 18 months of development, which is double the time. But again, the only reason why New Vegas is so low is because it's janky as hell. Even though I have got a pretty powerful computer, it is so buggy, and you need mods and you need to adjust the settings to even run it. Because the other day I was playing it, for a few minutes. Well, like 25 minutes, because I was like, okay, I just want to see if it runs. And it did, so I'm like, okay, I'll play the game for a few minutes. Then, after I'd finished, I, restarted my computer. Then I did some other stuff. Came back, an hour or two later. Tried to run it again, but it crashed because of all the bugs. So that is why New Vegas is not the number one, because it is just dirt nasty in terms of playability. But also, it is a more linear story than the first two games. The first two games are very open-ended. Like, you have a specific goal to achieve, but you can go about it in 100 different ways. And in New Vegas, you have a lot of different choices because it is a role-playing series. It's just that they're like, okay, no, you start here, you end here. This is the best way for you to get there. You can slightly deviate from the path, but, you gotta stick to the vicinity of the path. Then at number 4, we have 2008's Fallout 3. Now, Fallout 3 was my introduction to the series, and I love the game. It is fantastic. But because of the linear story, it does get knocked down a few pegs, as opposed to 1, 2, and New Vegas. That's not to say that you don't have different choices, but it's similar to New Vegas, only New Vegas does give you a slight bit more of a variety of choices rather than the third game. And then at number 5, we have 2015's Fallout 4. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the release of the game, time of recording at least, and it is not my favorite game in the series, but it is a good game that had potential. It's just that a lot of opportunities were missed, and I also don't like some of the design changes, but that's just my personal taste. Feel free to disagree with me. Then we have 2001's Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel. I have not played this game, but I've heard mixed reviews. Some are positive, but most of them are negative. And I believe my stepmother's younger brother, who's actually younger than me, he had a copy of this on his Xbox, which I remember seeing when I visited him one time. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of that Fallout game. But I never actually played it. Then at number 7, we have Fallout Brotherhood of Steel from 2004. Again, never played it, but the majority of the reviews I've heard are negative, so I don't really want to go back and try that if everyone's saying it sucks. Then, finally, at number 8, we have Fallout 76, and I haven't played it, nor do I really care to. I have played MMOs in the past, like DC Universe Online and Star Wars The Old Republic, but I don't really want to play a Fallout MMO because that just goes against the spirit of the series, and I don't really want to do that. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the National Timely Action Hour podcast. Once again, my name is Aiden, and I sincerely hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.